I believe that so much of the fear you may be experiencing in your life right now is a result of trying to have a picture, a map of the full journey. If you're going after a particular goal, there's something you want to do in your life. You want everything mapped out. You want from step 1 to 50 to be clear. You want to understand there's going to be no problems, no risks with that. And the problem is this overwhelms us and stops us from facing the actual fear. And really, I think it's a delay tactic that our bodies and minds use to stop us from facing the thing we're really scared of. I'm currently in Hong Kong, and tomorrow I'm going to go on a 10-day silent meditation retreat. That's something I've wanted to do for years and years, probably about 5 years in total, and I've always been a little bit too scared. I put off going on this Vipassana meditation retreat because I know I'm going to have to face myself. I know it's going to bring up a lot of difficult emotions, and when I'm in sort of normal life, I enjoy distractions, I enjoy work and food and relationships and the things that maybe stop me from feeling my emotions. So it's only kind of been natural that fears come into my life and stop me from taking this action. The interesting thing is, I'm tempted at the moment to think of how can I get through 10 days, and that's where I start to panic. But the whole process, while I've been signing up to this meditation retreat and coming out here to Hong Kong, has only been about putting one foot in front of the other, taking that next step. And the first step for me is always the most important one. It gets the ball rolling. And all it took for me was going to the computer, searching something up, searching meditation retreats, and I found one that suited me. That was the first step. The next thing was submitting the application, which in our heads we make more complicated. We then look ahead to the entire experience and we project and predict what it's going to look like, all the challenges and the pain we're going to suffer. But really, I believe, I know from experience, my mind's not a good predictor of the future. It's not often that accurate, but I do understand it plays a role. It plays a role to try and protect us, but often the mind will try and keep us small as well. Our fear, our anxiety tries to keep us small, and that prevents us from growing as people. The point is, there's probably something in your life at the moment that you're putting off doing because you're trying to see the whole picture. You're trying to see everything in front of you. I had a similar experience when I was starting my business. I see so many people who overthink starting a business and they think they have to have a big business plan. I started out because I was a little bit curious about starting a marketing agency, and I built a simple website. I didn't touch it for a year after that. I just put it out there, and the idea kind of developed in my head, and then slowly it made sense to do the next step, doing outreach, and then suddenly before I knew it, I had some clients. Our fear will always try and stop us taking that first step because it's looking at the whole journey. It's trying to understand the exact route, but you only need to take that first step. So the question to you is, can your body handle that first step, that very small action you take? If it's something like I've said, maybe it's booking a flight ticket, maybe it's completing an application, maybe it's sending a message or having a conversation you've meant to have with someone but you put off because you're scared of the repercussions down the line. But you only need to do probably something that you can handle, probably something you've done before in different contexts, but breaking the journey down piece by piece, it makes the whole process a lot easier. With this retreat, I don't need to do 10 days at once. I just need to do the next minute. My next step would be making my way over to the centre, getting some breakfast, getting on a bus, on a train. They're all things we can do if we break them down into small enough pieces and become aware of where fear is trying to plan out the entire journey for us. We only need to focus on that first step. Try not to trust what the mind is telling you because it will keep you where you are if you let it. I hope this video helped. Please share it with a brother who needs to hear this message.